Hi everyone, today we'll discuss and learn about the different types of poetic stanzas. When analyzing poetry, it is important to consider the fact that many poems go through several drafts. Dissecting those poems in order to unlock any hidden meaning can also take a bit of time, so be patient and allow the poems to unfold as you read and reread. Most often, when writing about something we have read, we break things down into sentences, paragraphs, or chapters. In poetry, the units we refer to would be lines and stanzas. Some stanzas are a set number of lines long, and when this happens, we have the option of being even more particular about the way we reference them in our writing, and this can also help us to vary our wording and keep our audience engaged. Here's a list of the poetic units called stanzas. We will encounter most of it when we are composing or reading poetry. Stanzas, in a sense, are essentially lines of poetry grouped together as a unit and set apart from other lines with a space. Monostitch. A monostitch is a one-line stanza. It can also be a one-line poem. It usually expresses a complete thought. For example, spring's breath cleared my mind. Couplet. A couplet is a pair of lines that typically rhyme, but the decision to do so is up to the writer. For example, drops of rain is bombs of pain. Tercet. A tercet is a three-line stanza or poem, and it can rhyme. For example, as I held the seashell in my hands, brushing away the fine sands, upon discovering its simple bands. Quatrain. A quatrain is a four-line stanza or poem. If the poem has a rhyme scheme, alternate lines with rhyme. For example, waves of summer heat happily licked at my face. Wind-blown curtains shuttled me to sleep. Quintain. The quintain stanza has 5 lines. The cinquain is a type of quintain consisting of 5 lines with a fixed syllable scheme per line. For example, whispering leaves tolled along with the wind, baked tranquility of webbed iron, sat within slabs of grassy plates. Cestet. The sestet stanza form has 6 lines. There is no limit. You may rhyme or not based on your own choices. For example, cuts scattering tumors, agitated heart beating, nods of pain and silence, cake set aside, ears pressed to my chest, running tears into me. Septet. The septet stanza form has 7 lines. As long as a stanza has 7 lines, it's a septet, whether it has a rhyme scheme, regular meter, or not. The 7-line stanza is often used in long poems. The septet can also stand alone as a whole poem. For example, northern shadows easily danced across the treetops. Windy whistles hummed their share. Yokes of the past eroded away to windy dust. Another year, another day, rolling away. Octave. The octave stanza form has 8 lines in any meter and rhyme scheme. It can stand alone as a whole poem. For example, the silent morning fog rolled and curled over down a bowl-shaped ravine, as if like a snake, taking its time, seeking its prey, groping his way, slope after slope. Thank you guys for taking your time to watch this video. Your support in me in the form of a subscription will be greatly appreciated.